On May 24, 2024, Umamusume Beginning of a New Era premiered in Japan, and it was actually my introduction to the franchise. And I'm saying this again, but it's absolutely crazy how popular horse girls are in Japan, and even every morning when I drank my morning coffee, they were there. So at that point, I decided to check it out. In my previous video, I briefly talked about it and really just praised its incredible animation. I thought Road to the Top's animation was amazing, which it is, right? But the movies is just something I've never seen before. But the truth is, I've been wanting to make a dedicated video about it. While the movie's reception was largely positive, it also drew some mixed reviews, and I do agree with some of the criticism. For some, Jungle Pocket came off as a pretty standard shonen protagonist whose main trait was wanting to be the best, and much of the supporting cast like Dansu Flame and Manhattan Cafe, they felt underused and underdeveloped. Others missed the usual Umamusume humor and energy, finding the tone here more ominous and dark. Even the sound design was divisive, as they opted for more hollow audio that either built tension or killed the hype depending on who you ask. But if you clicked on this video, you already know where I stand. I love this movie, and I want to show you exactly why. The story follows Jungle Pocket. Impulsive, loud, and boastful, she runs freestyle races, caring little for prestige or legacy. One day, with her friends, she goes to see the Yayoi show. There, a single racer catches their eye, Fuji Kiseki, and she absolutely destroys everyone. For Jungle Pocket, it's one of those moments that burns itself into your memory. From that instant, she is inspired and obsessed. She wants to run in the Twinkle series and show everyone what it truly means to be the strongest. So she enrolls at Tracen Academy, meets her idol, and starts climbing the ranks. Win after win, she feels unstoppable, like nothing could touch her. Until she meets Agnes Tachyon. Honestly, Agnes Tachyon freaks me out. She is a scientist that studies horse girls on a quantum level. Whatever that means. She is depicted as this eerie, scary, and creepy character, but more than that, she feels kinda off. She doesn't blink and her facial expressions are unsettling. But when she runs, she's untouchable. Their first clash is at the Hopeful Stakes, and it isn't even close. Not only did Agnes Tachyon completely crush Jungle Pocket, she also set a new record. From that moment, Jungle Pocket understood that if she wants to achieve her dream, if she wants to prove that she's the strongest, she has to beat Tachyon. Then comes the Satsuki show. After an arduous battle on the turf, Tachyon claims the victory again. And then everything goes red. Red like her eyes. The undefeated champion, 4 wins out of 4 races, and has shown absolute domination while racing, suddenly retires. She announces her retirement for the whole world to see, acting like nothing's wrong and refuses to elaborate. Jungle Pocket is left shattered. 2 defeats and no chance for a rematch. Her rival becomes a phantom that will haunt her forever. Okay. Next comes the Tokyo Yushin, or the Japanese Derby. This race is the race, the dream that every Umamusume and their trainer chases. Even among the Triple Crown, it is considered one of the most special races. Jungle Pocket runs it, and she wins. Everyone is celebrating her win. Her friends are cheering, Fujikiseki is glowing, and their trainer finally earns the title of Derby Trainer. But what my eyes are seeing and what my ears are hearing do not match. The crowd roars, but the sound is flat and distant. It feels empty. It's said that the luckiest horse wins the Derby, and Poke knows that the luckiest thing that could have happened was Tachyon not being there. This victory feels meaningless, and this is a scream of frustration. What do you do when your dream becomes unreachable? For Jungle Pocket, the dream was simple. Beat Agnes Tachyon. Prove she was the strongest by surpassing the one girl who made her feel powerless. But when Tachyon retires, she doesn't just lose a rival, she loses her purpose. Now every race feels like she's chasing a ghost. Her mind loops on the same question. If Tachyon was still here, would I have lost? She will never know because there's no rematch, no redemption, no settling it on the turf. Tachyon's absence becomes a permanent scar. in spite of that, she keeps running but unfortunately loses the next 2 races. Each defeat feels heavier, not because she was beaten, but because deep down she knows that she'll never be the strongest. And if you can't achieve your dream, then what's the point to still keep running? And here's the cruel irony. Taekyon never reached her dream either. She says she's content watching others run, that she's okay with someone else reaching the goal in her place. But throughout the movie, you can see little by little that her mask, her calculated confidence that she gave everything to keep up, is slowly fading away. Her unreadable face starts to crack. She is grieving too, quietly and in solitude. Because if someone can reach her dream in her place, what does that make her? For someone like Taekyon, who lived to push limits, who calculated every step towards greatness, the thought is unbearable. Because once you've tasted the edge of your dream, walking away feels like a betrayal. One character has already lived through all of it and has accepted her fate, Fuji Kiseki. Like Taekyon, she was undefeated, a legend on the track, until an injury ended her career after only 4 races. She sums it up simply, but with a weight that only comes from hard truth and lived experiences. There are no what-ifs in racing, only what happened and what didn't. It's natural to wonder about the races you never ran, the victories you never claimed, but those thoughts, they can become a prison. A race that plays out endlessly in your mind, trapping you in a loop of regrets and possibilities that will never be real. Fuji Kiseki learned to let go, to accept that some dreams close their doors before you can even step through. And maybe that's the hardest race of all, not the one on the turf, but the one in your own mind. However, there's one idea that runs through every Umamusume story, and that's be inspired by those who run before you. Despite all of Jungle Pocket's struggles and setbacks, she has not given up, and that has sparked something in Fuji Kiseki too. If she still wants to run, why can't I? Witnessing that her running has inspired the one who inspired her drives Jungle Pocket to keep going, even though her dream can never be reached. Because even if she can't be the strongest, she still loves to run. What if your career was cut short? What if you never get to test your limits? What if you can't be the strongest? What if you can't achieve your dreams? It sucks. But a wise man once said, every Umamusume has to play the hands they're dealt, and whatever path their future takes, they still have to face it head on. And I know that not giving up doesn't guarantee success, but if you do, then it's truly over. You're still here, you're still standing, you're still running. One light refracted into infinite colors. One race, infinite possibilities. Even if your path isn't the brightest, it's still yours. So go, inspire others, run with all your might, and never look back.